Hi everyone, Doug's Dead, Doug here. My goal is to dive deep into Deadlock, explore some of the more technical niches of the game, and pass my findings on to the community. In this episode, I want to talk primarily about the breakables scattered around the map. In Deadlock's only official map, Midtown, breakables come in two flavors: crates, or boxes, and golden statues. Most crates and golden statues spawn at the 2-minute mark of the game, and respawn every 3 minutes independently after being broken. Crates drop souls, and golden statues drop buffs. Now that's about all you need to know for my purposes, but if you're interested in the details like soul values over time or golden statue buffs, check that out on deadlock.wiki. There's a great group of active contributors on the Discord over there, and they're always looking for new members. One last thing before I start. The clips you'll see here are from the March 27th, 2026 build of Deadlock. Of course, the game is still under active development, so things might change. I'll add a pinned comment below if anything in the video becomes out of date. With that out of the way, take a look at this clip, see if you can spot something out of place. Just note, I'm playing offline here, but I haven't modified anything. This is all a vanilla game. Did you spot it? I'll play it one more time for you. If you didn't spot anything in that first clip, try this next one.
Whoopsie.
And one more time, just in case.
Whoopsie.
Alright, now let's go back to the first clip, and I'll pause right here. If you guessed that the orange glow of the weapon damage buff is sticking right through the roof, then you'd be right. That's the glow that shines off of the buffs dropped by a golden statue. But there was no golden statue on the roof of that building. And that's right, but there sure is one jammed right into the roof. Let me show you what I mean. So my best guess is that they meant to have it with its back facing the chimney there, and it just didn't quite make it somehow. But your guess is as good as mine. Okay, now let's revisit that second clip. And I'll pause it right here. So in this one, the big clue was the golden statue debris just to the left of the pause button there. If you really know your map, you'll know that there isn't actually a golden statue off to the left-hand side here. In fact, this statue is up in the ceiling. And here's what that looks like. So with this one, similar to the last one, I'm guessing the developers meant to actually have it in this corner here, which would be actually a pretty constant source of golden statues early on for the mid lane players. But we'll just have to wait and see if they move it at some point. I do want to mention that this mid statue, which is incorrectly placed, is also incorrectly placed on the Archmother side. So you can find this on both sides of the map. And here's what that looks like. That's not the case for the statue that we found on the Archmother Double Sinners building though. If we go over to the Hidden King side, you can see that there is no such statue hiding in the roof waiting for us. That's probably because there's already one correctly placed on that roof, and those buildings are different enough that they probably couldn't just mirror it and they probably had to hand place it. But that's, again, just a theory. And the last thing I'd like to point out about these cursed or glitched or hidden statues, whatever you prefer, is that any character with an AoE large enough to reach them can break them. And I believe most characters will be able to grab them as well, if not every character. Looks like the range for pickup is just about close enough to where you won't have any issues with that. So yeah, go ahead and grab these in game and impress your friends. Tucked away above the mid-boss, or below the mid-bridge, is a nicely lit room with 18 crates and 8 golden statues. But you'll only be able to break these after 10 minutes. They're the only crates in the map right now that spawn with a delay, and that's probably just for balance reasons on the mid lane. But that's not what we're interested in here. What's interesting is that the crates down here are actually slightly smaller than the crates on the top side of the map. So if you've ever ventured into the tunnels with Rem or Moenkrill or Calico, of course those crates and golden statues are really small compared to the ones upstairs, but these crates are just a bit smaller. I think that's probably just a matter of the scale in this room. The room is deceptively small. The lighting makes it look a little bit larger than it is. And so I think if the crates were full size, they would have seemed a little bit out of place compared to the compressed architecture. Alright, if those crates being a little bit smaller doesn't bother you, congratulations. But these next crates that I'm about to show you, I bet you'll think about it every time you see them, so I apologize in advance. That said, on the yellow and green lanes, or York and Park, or Greenwich, whatever, there are 2 crates that flank the stairs kind of in the middle of those lanes, and they are just a little bit smaller too. They're the same size as the ones in mid. Looking at them, again, my best guess is that they kind of just looked odd jutting out from the stairs, or maybe they kind of got in the character's way if they tried to path close to that corner. Who knows? Again, your guess is as good as mine on this one. But yeah, I can't play either of those lanes without looking at them and thinking, wow, those are just slightly smaller. So, sorry about that. Now, the 3 out-of-bounds breakables I showed you so far happen to all be golden statues. But there is 1 crate out of bounds. Unfortunately, though, it doesn't appear that you can reach it from in-game. You can break it, but you cannot collect the souls as far as I can tell. It's located right here, just behind the yellow walker on the Hidden King side, just in the corner there. Unfortunate that we can't grab it, but here it is anyway. Now that's all the out-of-bounds breakables that I've been able to find. Hopefully I didn't miss any, but if you've found any yourself, let me know in the comments. And finally, for whatever good this does you, there are a total of 518 crates on the map, and 173 golden statues. Now if you were to draw a line straight through the middle of the map, you'd find there are exactly 259 crates on either side, so no side is technically favored there in terms of raw counts. But the Hidden King has 1 extra golden statue at 87 versus 86 for the Archmother. Of course, the raw numbers here really don't matter as much as the pathing, and I'm sure that there definitely is one side or another that is favored in terms of speed of gathering those crates, but the raw numbers show that they're pretty much equal. If you made it this far, thanks for watching, and I assume you're interested in equally pedantic topics related to Deadlock that probably will not ever help you in a competitive game. If so, you're in luck. I've got a couple other topics that I'm looking at right now, including the shop mechanics, especially as they relate to Rem's helpers, as well as some minimap and trigger-related items around the map, so stay tuned for those. If there was anything you disliked about the video, please let me know in the comments below. I'd like to incorporate that into my future videos, and if you liked it, let me know too, that'd be great. This has been Doug's Dead, and I'm Doug. Good luck with the ritual.